I have the first-hand account from an unimpeachable witness.
You are ditching us because of Sasha. What do you have to say for yourself?
I would like you to take the lead in finding Charlotte.
Steer clear of General Hospital.
Can I ask a favor?
Anna, of course, is now telling Jason to go find Charlotte himself, as if it's his fault she's gone in the first place. Meanwhile, Jason is supposed to stay home to support his son in his grief. Wonder who Sonny is begging for favors now? And Lulu, good grief, her whole act is so over the top. You'd think after waking up and being healthy again, she'd at least be grateful, but no, she's too busy stirring things up in Brooklyn's home like she owns the place. Honestly, I am so tired of Anna always expecting everyone, especially Jason, to clean up her mess. She demands so much from him like he owes her something. I really can't with her anymore. Stop showing Anna, please. She's always acting like she's the pinnacle of morality, but the moment something goes wrong, she's playing the victim. The audacity of it all. And Lulu, someone seriously needs to take her down a peg. She's been running around with that self-righteous attitude, thinking she can push everyone around. It's nice to see Martin finally telling Laura what Anna and Jason did to him. About time. Anna definitely deserves to lose her badge. Anna is just so annoying. She lets Valentin get away, and now she expects Jason to drop everything, leaving his kids behind after everything that's happened to clean up yet another mess she created. I really hope Jason finally says, "No, I can't go." And don't even get me started on this new version of Lulu. She waltzes into Port Charles acting like she owns the place, demanding everyone owes her something. She really needs to take a seat, and I hope it's Brooklyn who puts her in her place. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. I honestly couldn't tell you a thing about Lulu and Brooklyn. The actresses who've played Lulu have all been fine, even this one, though honestly, she was never my favorite. And now I remember why. She's a pain. Anna seriously deserves to lose her badge at this point. She's probably the worst police commissioner they've ever had. Thank goodness Martin finally opened up to Laura about what Anna and Jason did to him. Anna should stop pretending she's some kind of hero and go search for Charlotte. After all, it's her fault Charlotte left in the first place. I don't know what these writers are thinking with these storylines. I totally agree about Lulu. What a harsh way to bring her back. Someone needs to sit her down and explain the last 4 years to her. I mean, she's had plenty of time to rest, but she seems to have more energy than anyone else in Port Charles. Maybe she should spend less time tearing people down and more time with her mom and son. And don't get me started on Drew. He's outside Michael and Willow's door, peering inside like some creepy stalker, texting Willow nonstop. Can we just make him go away already? I have to give Michael credit, though. He's definitely better than his parents and the rest of the adults. He didn't owe Willow anything, yet he still let the kids go. The way he told Carly he remembers when Sonny ripped him and Morgan away from each other and how scared they were, he gets it. At that moment, Michael was the only adult in the room. But I am so over Drew and Willow acting like everyone else is to blame. Willow's whole "woe is me" routine is getting old. I'm really hoping she finds out the rest of the truth soon. And seriously, Drew? Still lurking around Michael and Willow's home like some sleazy, unwanted third wheel? And then telling Michael they have true feelings for each other? Just stop. He's got the charm of a wet mop. Drew, seriously? You went over to Willow's and had the audacity to call her wow, just wow. Look, I get it. It's a soap opera. But for those of us who actually celebrate Christmas and have had a truly awful 2024, can we please get a little happiness? Maybe a touch of family togetherness? A Christmas miracle, even? Remember the Christmas story. The joy, the hope, even passing out gifts to kids at the hospital? Come on, General Hospital, let us have a tiny glimmer of joy in this mess and give us some hope for 2025. Just for 1 week, is that too much to ask? When Eden shed those tears, you could feel the weight of her grief, especially thinking about her mom. Huge props to her for having the courage to channel her real-life pain into her character in front of millions. But let's be honest, I have a bad feeling the usual toxic crowd is going to start complaining about Jocelyn's grief, just like they did when she was mourning Oscar. This fandom can be downright cruel sometimes. And yes, Portia's annoying, but let's not forget, Elizabeth is the common denominator in all of this. She should be pulled from patient duty until she's cleared. Honestly, I think Portia handled that situation as well as anyone could have, all things considered. But seriously, what have the writers done to Drew? This character, who was once so beloved, has turned into an absolute idiot. Never thought I'd say this, but can someone please get him off my screen? Also, how on earth did Portia survive but Dex got the axe? If I had to choose, I'd have eliminated her instead. She's just a whiny, oversensitive waste of space. No offense to the actress, she's fine. But this character? And don't even get me started on how they had to kill off Sam and Dex. What a waste. Are the General Hospital writers just testing how much they can push their loyal viewers before we all stop watching? Honestly, it's getting ridiculous. Normally, I don't comment, but the decision to kill off Dex feels like a slap in the face to Eden McCoy. Hasn't she been through enough? Didn't she just lose her mother in real life? Why not choose someone else for the Cyrus kill plot? Major props to Eden for holding it together through all this. I mean, seriously, what's wrong with these writers? Why would they put this poor girl through more heartbreak when she's already dealing with so much? What the heck are the writers and producers thinking? How many more beloved characters and talented actors are we going to lose? This is the fourth one I've seen exit in such a depressing way this year. First, it was Esme, and yes, that's why I stopped watching regularly. I know that sounds dramatic, but I really grew attached to Esme during her amnesia arc. The way they erased her new life once her memories returned, and the way Avery was treated was just too much. But hey, Esme's body wasn't found, so there's still hope she could come back. I'm holding on to that, especially since Avery said she'd be up for it. Then Gregory left, then Sam, and now Dex. It honestly feels like the show is trying to sabotage itself. If things don't improve in 2025, I'm genuinely worried it could be the end of GH after all these years. I'm going to miss Dex. He was such a good guy, and my heart breaks for Jocelyn. I really hope Cameron comes back to support her through this grief. I'll stick around for those scenes, at least, because Eden is one of my top faves, and she's such a talented actress. Joss and Dex had amazing chemistry, and watching them say goodbye had me in tears. When Joss said he looked like a stranger, but she still felt his presence, it was so raw and relatable. I'm going to miss Dex, and I really wish they hadn't done this. Seriously though, why are they killing off so many characters? It's hard to keep watching at this point. I used to never miss an episode, but now it's just not the same. What's happening to GH? In my opinion, it's completely gone downhill. My heart breaks for Joss. She's been through so much. Losing Oscar was devastating, and now this. It's too much for anyone to handle. I'm glad Jason was there to comfort her. He's always been stone cold in the best way. Joss has certainly been through more than her fair share in her short life. Losing Oscar, while expected, was a crushing blow, one that took her a long time to move on from. And now, the loss of Dex, which, let's be honest, never should have happened. But of course, it's all because of Cyrus and his twisted sense of revenge for a threat Dex made. Can we just all agree that someone needs to stop him before he claims another innocent life? Portia said they'd checked the security footage, but honestly, who can expect much? At the time of Dex's death, the hospital was practically deserted, just another quiet evening. Maybe, just maybe, Cyrus's signature ponytail will be the key to identifying him. I swear, whenever he's in full villain mode, that ponytail is his trademark. Could be my imagination, but who knows? And let's talk about timing. This time of year is the worst for anyone who's lost a child. Watching a character who's about the same age die on a show that's supposed to provide an escape, it's just cruel. The endless sadness is overwhelming, and frankly, it's starting to feel like too much. The whole thing is even more maddening when you consider how good the actor was, and how well he and Joss worked together. Seriously, what were they thinking with these choices? Here's hoping someone at the show notices how much this has upset fans, and maybe, just maybe, decides to bring Dex back. This whole thing was utterly pointless. They introduce a new guy for Trina and just toss Dex aside. What's the logic behind that? Another storyline designed to drag on forever, I guess. Lulu used to be my favorite, but her attitude toward Brooklyn lately is just ridiculous. Brooklyn was trying to be nice, for heaven's sake, and Lulu's response? Not exactly winning any popularity contests. Honestly, after waking up from a coma, getting a liver transplant, and somehow managing to run around town, you'd think she'd remember to use a little basic decency. Laura needs to get her some help from Kevin or someone who actually knows what they're doing. No more excuses. I'll admit, this new Lulu is doing a much better job than I expected. Am I the only one who thinks so? Also, can we talk about the fact that Brooklyn and Dante have a kid together from a summer camp fling? That's a plot twist I didn't see coming. And speaking of chaos, is Sasha really about to be kidnapped and lose her baby? The drama never ends, does it? As for Lulu and Cody, could they be the next couple? Just a thought, but it seems like something's brewing there. Now, quick refresher, because my memory is a bit foggy. Why did Cyrus kill Sam? It's been ages and I'm drawing a blank. Help me out here. Oh, and what was Dante's face like when he walked into that barn and saw Lulu and Cody chatting? The suspense is killing me. Look, I feel for those poor kids. They're the ones who are going to end up suffering because of Willow's messes. They're the real victims here, and poor Scout. She's been through enough already, and now she's dealing with this adulterous drama on top of it all. It's shameful. And Willow? Instead of being the decent mother, maybe she should have put her kids first, you know? She should have slept on the couch, let them sleep peacefully, and not dumped this mess on them. But no, she selfishly says, I need it. Classic Willow move. She just wants to run off with Drew and play house, even hesitating when Nina told her not to pick up his call. She's not fooling anyone. Who was that man in the chapel? Honestly, he looked like Tracy's husband or Ned's father, Larry Ashton. Or maybe he was just another Cassadine. Who knows? But let's clear something up. Cyrus is definitely a great guy, a man of God, spreading the good word. And I'm absolutely sure that wasn't him in the chapel. Nope, not at all. But who was that guy lurking behind Sasha in the church? Please tell me he's not the one behind all the murders. That would be just too much. I swear, if they take Sasha too, I'm done. This is getting ridiculous. How much longer can they keep getting rid of characters without the show tanking? They're losing viewers, and it's definitely going to show in the ratings. And about Cyrus being the killer, I don't think Sam or Dex are dead. I bet they're both in the hospital, probably the one where he was planning to put Lulu. Sounds crazy, but think about it. He's the only one who makes sense. I couldn't wait for Lulu to come back, but now, I kinda wish she hadn't. They take all these amazing actors from AMC and give them the worst roles. Cameron Matheson, Natalia, Alexa Havens. Love them on AMC, but on GH, I can't stand their characters. And seriously, people may not trust Rick, but they sure as heck respect his skills as an attorney. I'm glad Liz called him. She knows what's up. Now, the Michael and Willow situation? It's reigniting the Carly or Nina feud, and frankly, I'm over it. It was nice to not have to watch that daily drama ever since Nina and Sonny divorced. But of course, here we go again. Some people are saying Michael was forced to cheat on Willow with Sasha. But let's be real, Willow already betrayed Michael before she ever got physical with Drew. She had that emotional affair first, and the physical part came later. Was Michael wrong? Absolutely. But he was hurt, and he gave Willow every chance to come clean. She lied straight to his face. So yeah, I get why he did what he did. The never-ending drama of Carly and Sonny fans. Let's talk about how traumatic Michael and Joss's childhood really was, shall we? Because sure, Carly's toxic relationship was just a minor detail in their upbringing. I mean, who doesn't love a childhood where you're dragged away from your mother by a tyrant? No big deal, right? Here's the irony for you. People keep posting these scathing, hateful comments about Carly, and what happens? A total love fest for Carly breaks out in the replies. It's like a magnet for all the love, so keep posting your hatred, folks. Clearly, love always wins, right? Now, let's talk about Willow, shall we? In my humble opinion, what she did was far worse than anything Michael did. Sure, both cheated, but Willow actually fell in love with another man while still married to Michael. She kissed him not once, but twice and slept with him, while professing her love for Michael and her family. She even looked him in the eye and lied, claiming it was just one kiss. Michael, on the other hand, might not have been honest with Willow about what he saw, but at least he didn't fall in love with someone else. Let's get real here. And Carly thought Nina gave Willow great advice? Oh well. Carly was so outraged that Nina was one step ahead of her. She could barely handle it. Even after Michael explained how terrified he and Joss were when Sonny dragged them away from Carly, Carly still insisted on getting Diane involved. Let Michael live his life, Carly. And yes, Nina, take a hint and do the same. Now about Willow and Drew. I don't see them as a long-term couple, but the way Drew was talking about their love was intense. And considering Drew's personality seems to be veering into darker, more self-serving territory, maybe they're setting him up to be a villain. Think about it. Everyone will be advising Willow to stay away from him, and he'll be pursuing her like a man obsessed. A little facing with Anna, a little casseting with Laura, classic soap villain stuff. They could totally be setting Drew up as the next big bad. And finally, Felicia's memory loss, the bell. It's been driving me crazy, hearing that bell in the background. But if Cyrus was ringing it, and he's the one who stabbed Dex, why would he be ringing it at the same time? I guess that's just another mystery to unravel, isn't it? Honestly, how hard is it to figure out that the same person went into both Sam's room and Dex's room? My money's on Cyrus. Felicia can't quite put her finger on it, but the bell Cyrus was ringing stopped ringing the moment he left. Classic Cyrus move. Now, let's talk about Drew and Willow for a second. It's a mess, and I'll be the first to admit that. But Michael slept with Sasha over one kiss, and the best part? He only knew about one kiss when he made that decision. Sasha confessed to the second one the morning after. Meanwhile, Willow and Drew went all the way after Sam died. Yes, both of them are in the wrong, but let's be real here. Sex versus a kiss? The sex was way worse. And now, the Carly versus Nina showdown, part 2. Seriously, just support your kids and stay out of it. Willow and Michael are both thinking about their children, not your petty drama. Carly, she's a walking disaster. A cheater, a liar, always acting first and thinking later. She makes mistakes so often, she might as well have a personal bailout fund. She loves hard, but usually ends up making everything worse. Nina, on the other hand, has spent her whole life as a victim, thanks to her mother. She stole her life, her husband, her kids, and don't get me started on Rick and that whole gaslighting nightmare. But Nina's pulled herself together. Her life's been about getting her daughter back, and yeah, she's made mistakes, but she usually finds a way to fix them. So naturally, they're both coming at this whole thing from different perspectives. Finally, if you're one of those people constantly threatening to walk away from GH, then just do it already. Real fans, we've stuck through the Frozen world, Dead Cassadines living in tunnels, aliens, Mr. Big, serial killers, kidnappings, cheaters, mobsters, drug abuse, dead babies, you name it. Some stories we loved, some were total flops, but we're still here. In my opinion, GH has some of the best writers and actors on TV. I'll keep watching until they drag me out kicking and screaming. These actors are people too. They've got lives outside of the show, and sometimes it makes sense to write off a character to make room for new stories. So sit back, enjoy the hour, and just let it go. I've been reading the comments, and let me tell you, the things people are saying about Carly being scared of Nina or Nina being the new queen of General Hospital, I can't help but laugh. Seriously, Carly's been on the show forever, and she's not just some side character. I've been watching this show for ages, and I remember when they tried to write Carly off, fans revolted, and they brought her right back. So let's be real here, Nina can't even hold a candle to Carly. Here's why. First off, Carly has Jason Morgan. You know, her best friend and ride or die for life. She also has an ex-husband who will always have her back, always. Who does Nina have, exactly? And speaking of Nina, instead of being a decent mother and advising Willow to work things out with Michael, or, heaven forbid, letting her kids stay where they're comfortable, what's Nina doing? She's too busy trying to one-up Carly, going after Carly's leftovers. Real classy, Nina. Let's talk about lawyers, shall we? Carly has Diane, one of the best in the business. Meanwhile, Nina and Willow are basically no match for her. Good luck with that. But here's the real kicker. Nina doesn't even realize she now has Tracy Quartermaine to deal with. Tracy? Oh, she's not going to let Drew get away with anything. And when Willow finds out the truth about Drew, oh, it's going to blow up in Nina's face. I can't wait for that train wreck. And let's not forget how Willow thought Drew was this great guy, but he manipulated her into breaking up with Michael and reconciling with Nina. That's going to come crashing down real soon, and the fallout is going to be so good. Also, why are people still speculating about who killed Sam and Dex? Do we not watch the same show? It was clearly Cyrus who injected Sam, and we've already seen the flashbacks. Dex even confronted him at the hospital. But somehow, people are still wondering if it was the new doctor, Liz, or even Portia. Come on, people. Pay attention. And seriously, what was Carly and Michael supposed to do if Michael said no? Stand in front of the door all day like, if Michael said no, it wouldn't matter. Willow and Nina were going to leave anyway. Why are we still pretending like it was some big decision? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.